Yo, what up YouTube? It's your boy Food Junkie coming at you with another video. This time on my way home from work. Basically this video is going to be a little bit more serious, a little bit more introspective and things like that. Well, basically I've been looking at a lot of videos or whatever over the past several weeks, and over the past several weeks we have been going through this whole trend of people thinking that kids are orphans and things like that. And today, some of you may not know, but Georgia and Alabama has just enacted some of the most strictest abortion laws that there are in the country. For example, Alabama, the governor, Kay Levy, just signed a abortion act, basically, that pretty much punishes the doctors for doing legal abortions, because as we know, abortions are legal, but in 26 states there is actually legislation that is trying to pretty much ban abortions, legal abortions there is. And with that, Kay Levy, the governor of Alabama, signed in law basically, or signed a bill basically that said that if a doctor in Alabama performs an abortion, they can face up to 99 years in prison. That's 99 years in prison if they are caught doing an abortion or being known for doing an abortion. So with all this talk over the past week or so about, people upset because someone, mentioned someone's child that died, or someone mentioned someone's reproductive systems, we're missing the point that people are really truly trying to take away your right to take away women's rights, actually, to tell women what they can and cannot do with their bodies. They tried to alter or amend the bill to not to cover rapes or molestations and things like that of children, and that failed. So basically what they're also saying is that in Alabama, if you are raped and a pregnancy will result in that rape, you will be breaking the law if you seek an abortion. So I just wanted people to start thinking about things on a bigger level, a bigger scale. I like to be silly, I like to have fun on my channel, but at the same time, there are a lot of things in this world, in the real world, that affects us, that, we don't think about, that we think that it's maybe too heavy or too harsh or things like that to talk about or to think about or even to discuss. But all this woman empowerment, all this conscious community, things of that nature, and I haven't heard anything related to the subject matter whatsoever on this sector of YouTube. We know I like to have fun, I like to be silly, I really don't give a fuck about a lot of things, because it really doesn't affect me personally. Although this doesn't affect me personally, because I'm not a woman, but I have female friends, I have female acquaintances, I have female family members, and for people to tell them what they can and cannot do with their body is just wrong. They make it illegal and punishable by 99 years in prison if they choose to feel that they cannot handle a child. Now, my own personal beliefs is my own personal beliefs, but it's no one's right to tell someone what they can do and cannot do with their body. It seems as though people choose to say, well, they're pro-life, so a fetus is considered, as soon as they're conceived, they're a natural human being, they're a natural person. But what if the person can't take care of that child? What if the person can't, be responsible enough to have a child? They no longer have that right to do the best decision that's made for them, especially if someone was raped or molested, or the child or the fetus was a result of such a violent act. So basically what they're saying in Alabama is that you are pretty much forced to keep that fetus and go through the whole agony and pain of a pregnancy in order to give birth to a child that you possibly do not want, or you possibly, don't want to have a reminder of the incident that caused you to be pregnant, the pregnancy that you didn't want. And in Georgia, they pretty much passed a bill that says that full legal representation for a fetus basically means that you are being treated as a natural person. The fetus is being treated as a natural person. So basically, if you abort the fetus, you possibly could be charged with murder or manslaughter, giving the fetus the full rights of a natural person. Now, these things have happened today, and no one is discussing it, no one's talking about it. We're stuck on the beefs that's going on in the sector of B2 because it's sensationalized. Not realizing that, women's rights are truly been taken away. Your president has promised to reverse Roe v. Wade, basically, which is the law that pretty much legalized abortions back in the 70s. And with that being said, the reason why Roe v. Wade was an issue was because they were finding women who couldn't get a legal abortion in these back alleys, these abandoned apartments, harming themselves to get rid of their child. And also in Georgia, there is a thing, and also in several other states, where if you have a miscarriage, you will be investigated for manslaughter if you have a miscarriage. Now, mind you, in Alabama, this bill or law, well, if this bill is turned into a law, will not take place until 6 months after the bill is actually passed. And in Georgia, this bill that they signed will be enacted in 2020. Now, I'm not saying that I don't like a mess, because I like mess, you know what I'm saying, in doses. But there's so many other things that's going on in this world that we could be talking about, that we could be looking at. And I'm not saying talk about and discussing it, but keeping our eyes open to find out what's around us. There's people in the conscious community saying, open your eyes, people, this is what we're doing. But the reality is, are your eyes really open? Are you really looking at what's going on in this world? Are you really looking at things that truly affect the community? Because if you notice, there's more abortion clinics and things of that nature in the black community. There's more means to abort and harm, the black community in the black community. And what's caught me kind of striking about these two bills is that, especially in Alabama, there was the legislature in Alabama, which was full of all white men, except there was, I think, 4 women in the legislature in Alabama. So basically, once again, there are people who have nothing to do with anything, who don't suffer the consequences of their actions or their decisions, making decisions that affect a large majority of people in that state. I'm just saying, we need this, it's okay to get involved in mess and check people when they need to be checked. We also need to be checking our government while it's not on things that we don't want, things that is not fair, things that is, not cool. We need to truly be understanding that, there are things being done right under our noses that we're not being responsible for or looking at in that nature, because we're so busy fighting amongst one another about the smallest little things, trying to check each other, trying to show that we're not a punk, things like that. So opposed to doing that, I can't tell you what to do. I can't tell you what your content should be. But I can ask you to open up your eyes and look at what's going on around you, especially if you live in these states. There's 26 states that actually have laws on the books that is trying to limit the way women handle situations that they may not be prepared for or may be unwanted. So we need to really look at that and find out what is that we can do amongst each other and amongst our legislation bodies to make sure that our voices are actually heard. It's okay to roast and gag. It's okay to, talk about what's going on as far as this YouTube stuff, but we all live outside this virtual world. Decisions that we make on a daily basis affects how we live, what we do, how we survive, how we deal with things, you know. So I just find it kind of funny that, you know, over the past couple of days, you know, we've been talking about and discussing our children off limits when it comes to roast and gags. We are discussing, you know, when someone's roasting and beefing with somebody else, that our kids off limits. And because my answer is no, as long as the parent actually put that information online, it's up to the parent to protect their child. But at the same time, we're looking at actual legislation and laws that actually is going to start limiting how women actually conduct themselves when it comes to their reproduction system and organs. You know, I don't think a man should be able to tell a woman, you know, especially if it's not your partner or your wife, what to do with your body, how you should conduct yourself in that situation. And so far, 2 more states, Georgia and Alabama, have started procedures and the process of doing that. And that's not being discussed. We're focused on lies and turmoil and deception and things like that in this virtual world. You know, I just think that, you know, whatever your choice is, pro-choice or pro-life, you know, that should be a personal choice that you make between you and your loved ones. Not something that legislation is taking part of. No one should tell you what to do with your body. No one can tell you what to do and how to, you know, conduct yourself as far as your body was now. Late term abortions, you know, that's not even something that the bill was about. It was about, you know, conception. Where does life begin? Does it begin at conception, or does it begin at, you know, your first breath type of situation? You know, and opposed to actually looking at all this beef on YouTube, we can look outside of YouTube to find out what's going on around us, what's going on in our states, what's going on in our cities, why things are going the way they are going in this country, and how we can actually affect that. Does it mean that I'm going to start taking on political things on my channel? No. But when it does affect people that I love and things that I am passionate about, which is, I think that people should make their own decisions. Life is about choices, and you make the best choice that you can for yourself at the time. You know, I will bring it up and do things like this every once in a while, you know, because I think it's important for us to, you know, decompress from the mess and from the drama and from the craziness, to actually look at and talk about and discuss and actually read up on and research things that actually affect us in our real life. Because this stuff in this virtual world doesn't affect us in our real life. You know, granted, when people start doxing and taking things off of YouTube, of course it started affecting us. But for the most part, it's just, you know, people running their mouths. People running their mouths about things that they don't know. People running their mouths about people they really truly don't know. You know, yeah, I think it's really important that we start looking in our communities, truly stepping away from YouTube for a second or two throughout the day and doing some research, looking at things that's going on in our community, looking at things that's going on in our city, in our state, in our county, and find out what we can do to actually make a change for the better that actually fits us in our lifestyle. You know, we have people making decisions that not only going to affect us today, but also affect us tomorrow and for the next decade or so. You know, I'm, like I said, I am a person that can discuss anything. I'm a person that talks about everything, you know, that I actually have a little bit of knowledge about a lot of different subjects. And it doesn't make me better or worse than anyone. It just makes me more knowledgeable to the person that actually seeks out information and want to know what's going on. And at the point, give my opinion and try to make things change for the better. You know, I'm never going to be one who is always trying to pick up a march somewhere, but when things affect me, when things affect something that I'm passionate about, I will discuss it, I will talk about it, and if a march is necessary and the march is done, I will be there to make sure that people have a right to voice their opinions and make sure that they, you know, their voices are heard as much as possible. It's just funny that, you know, like, my goal was to go on camera when I get off work and eat. That was my goal tonight when I get off work. But then this right here is going on all day. I heard about it last night actually, and it was weighing on my heart today. So I said, you know, I was going to do it on my way to work, but then I just needed to relax because that subject matter was just a little too much for me to to do right before I go to work. Now that I'm off of work, I think that it's a good time for me to actually just talk about it and get it off my chest, because, you know, we all love kids. We all think that kids should be protected. We all think that kids is something that should be, you know, loved and cherished, and, you know, make sure that they have everything they need, you know, to be productive citizens as adults as they grow. But when you tell somebody what they should not do with their body and their reproductive system, you know, I think it's kind of ridiculous. You know, that's, you know, plus what's going on between, you know, two YouTube content creators, whatever, where one is talking about someone else's reproductive system. You know, I think that this is kind of something that we can think about at a different level, in a different way. What if you're told that you have to do something that you don't want to do because it's the law? As far as, you know, if you were molested or you were raped, or if your child was molested or raped, and therefore they got pregnant in the process, and they were forced pretty much to keep that child. You know, it takes on a different meaning when it's something that is affection, that is violent, that you have to, you know, relive that every moment of the day for 9 months, even if you choose to give the child up for adoption or whatever. But, you know, then that may wear on you, whatever, opposed to just handling your business the way you can handle your business, and then not having that option to do so, or having to do something dangerous for yourself in order for you to not have that process of being pregnant. Like, you know, like I was saying, the reason why Roe v. Wade was enacted, or was something that went to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court ruled for legalized abortion, was because, like I said, women was killing themselves. Women was harming themselves because they may get into situations where they didn't want the child, so they would throw themselves downstairs. They would drink bleach or something like Drano and things like that in order to kill the fetus inside them or inside them, whatever. And they would use coat hangers, understand, to hurt themselves, which means that they would hurt themselves internally and hurt other internal organs, which probably prevented them altogether from having children. Although they may want some in a later date, they were harming themselves further now because they couldn't handle that situation for whatever reasons, you know. And that's not being considered in the bills that was passed today in Georgia and Alabama. It was basically saying that all abortion pretty much is going to be either investigated and or punishable by law, which is kind of crazy because you can't tell somebody what to do with their body, you know. And then people want to use the legal, not the legal, but the biblical or the religion aspect was not. What happened to the separation of church and state? You know, that's something that I grew up, that was a big thing. They didn't want people to say too much about, you know, their religious beliefs. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, you know, things have become very prevalent that, okay, well, this is Christian value. Well, America's not a Christian country all the time. The good thing about America is that we have the freedom of choice. We have the freedom to practice whatever religion that we choose to practice, and not every religion is for everybody. So when you're trying to create laws that only dictate the Christian beliefs, you are ostracizing a whole bunch of people and things based on your own personal belief. Like, you know, what if I was Muslim? What if I practice Buddhism? What if I practice, you know, religions that differ from the Christian belief, Hinduism and things of that nature, you know. Now I'm forced by law to practice what you practice and believe in what you believe. You know, I'm forced by law to do things with my body that I'm not really wanting to do at this present time. You know, what if someone was violently raped? You know, I'm still forced to carry this child with me for 9 months. If not, my freedom would be taken away from me, and the freedom of the doctor who helped me out would be taken as well. It's just crazy to me. Like, I don't understand that, and I don't understand how people become silent with all this information out there. Well, I know people may think this is a little heavy, this is a little too much, this is a little off base and off kilter. But the reality is, it's something we need to think about, because those type of decisions that people are making that we have voted for affect our lives. It affects how we live our real lives, opposed to a beef on YouTube that affects nothing really, that have nothing to do with us. You know, we choose to think that it's all about, you know, what this YouTube thing is doing, what's going on YouTube, what's happening on YouTube, what's happening in this virtual world. While this virtual world is entertaining, you know, there's a real life situations that's happening. There's decisions that being made and things that's happening that we have no idea what's going on if we're not taking our head out of YouTube for a moment just to look and think. You know, next year we're going to have to vote for another president. You know what I'm saying? And do we know who's running? You know what I'm saying? As far as in the preliminaries and the primaries, do we know what their stance are based on certain things, based on, you know, abortion rights or human rights violations or things like that? Do we know these things? Or are we just voting on, you know, someone that we think, you know, the black guy or the black lady, you know what I'm saying? Or the person that, you know what I'm saying, we think we want to go have dinner with, you know? And that's one of the reasons why Hillary Clinton didn't get picked for president, whatever. And we see what we've gone through now. You know, the tax hikes for the middle class and the lower class. Only tax hike, only the tax benefits was for people, you know, pretty much 1%, you know, type of situation. You know, it's like things like that we need to think about, you know, and we need to talk about, especially in this community. That, you know, there's so many things that we are uneducated with ourselves that we think that, you know, doesn't affect us because we don't see the long-term effects of that. Not realizing that, you know, all decisions that is made about this country since we live in this country truly does affect us. You know, it may not be something that affects us, you know, in the moment, but it affects us in the long run because it's going to affect not only us but our children and grandchildren. You know, the damage that's done today is a long-term effect that's going to last, you know, saying, for decades. You know, and if these laws, if these bills become laws, you know, that's not going to only affect us, it's going to affect our children and grandchildren as well. Just something that we can think about, you know. It's not always fun and games. It's not always a read and roast. It's not always a gag, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know, you need to look past the gag or whatever. And I just, it's my damn stop. Oh, Lord Jesus. Don't tell me I did that. I did. Oh my God. Lord Jesus. I don't care running my mouth and I missed my whole stop. The exit I'm supposed to get off on. See, that's why I run my mouth at nighttime when I'm sleeping. But yeah, you know, just I want to come to you guys, talk about that because that was on my mind. That was something I need to get off my chest, you know. But yeah, you know, this is some content that's a little bit different, you know, just a little bit, you know, on the heavier side, you know, but you know, it's okay. I think it's a good conversation that needs to be had. It's something that we really need to think about, you know, because if they can take away your right to, if they can take away the right for you to do whatever you want to do with your body, you know, they can take away other rights as well. They can tell you how to actually live, where you can live, and things like that. It starts with small things like, you know, oh, well, I believe in pro-life, so therefore, you know, abortion is wrong. The next thing you know, it's, you know, oh, I believe that, you know, you shouldn't live here. You shouldn't have a voice. You don't have the right to vote, type of thing. So you start with small things that we don't pay attention to, then it gradually gets bigger, and then if we're not paying attention to it, as you know, it's a snowfall where we don't have a right to say or do anything but what they tell us to do, you know. So yeah, just want to come to you guys, you know, and talk about it. Like I said, if you can always say, click my commentary, feel free to visit my channel. Like my channel, subscribe, like, and share. Sorry, subscribe, like, and comment. And like I always say, love yourself, love someone else, respect yourself, respect someone else. Until next time, this is Food Junkie. I'm out. Peace.